Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Facebook limited originality of content isn't always as clear as Facebook make out. So in this video, I'll explain why, and I'll give some tips on how you can avoid falling foul of their painful policy rules. So firstly, let's get straight into what Facebook say about their own policy. I've highlighted the keynotes in this section for ease of reading, and it's certainly an interesting set of rules.
Firstly, there are lots of suggestions that video blogs, new episodes and clips, filmed content by the publisher, or news coverage are the way to go for creators, which doesn't leave much room for the reuse of existing content at first glance. But this is only a suggestion of what Facebook think is original.
Now, they also apparently allow meaningfully enhanced content if enough value is added. In other words, transforming the original content for a different viewing purpose. So simply compiling a few videos into a top 10 countdown probably isn't going to be good enough, really. Sorry all. And unless a voiceover or some other supporting artifacts are truly transforming the video and the reason someone would watch it, then you can probably expect a violation flag anytime about now.
I won't go into all these extra bits about limited editing and such because this is really fine grained, and personally I don't think it has much to do with originality at all.
Adding a title, for example, doesn't make something new and original. Sure, it might look a bit different, but the video purpose hasn't really changed, and that's the way Facebook will see it too. So now it's time to answer a few questions before we wrap up the video.
Number 1. Is this anything to do with copyright?
No. Believe me, you'd have a lot more to worry about if it was, as you'll probably be receiving some kind of settlement notice through the door, or worse, a court order if someone was really hitting you for copyright.
At best, you can expect your video to be blocked by Facebook Rights Manager, assuming the author of the original video has put something in place.
Now, it's important to remember that Facebook aren't demonetizing you when they give you your flag for taking someone's previously created material and just stealing it. They are simply saying that your content isn't original enough, doesn't meet their quality standards, and as such, you can't earn from it.
Number 2. Can you get away with posting on YouTube and Facebook at the same time?
In my opinion, no, you can't. At least that is if you're just simply trying to monetize your content from multiple platforms anyway. I've had countless people message me on Facebook and in the YouTube comments section explaining their process, and more often than not, all I'm seeing is the same video posted on YouTube as it is on Facebook. And then you get hit with a limited originality of content violation and you're wondering why. Isn't it obvious?
Facebook are never going to tell us how they threshold check a video for limited originality, but if you are posting an original blog or somewhere else like YouTube and then duplicating it on Facebook, and then you get a violation,
well, what else could be causing the violation? I do suspect that they have a way of looking across different platforms and other services to check for reused content. Just remember that limited originality is a Facebook specific thing. YouTube, Vimeo, Dailymotion, they don't really bother with this idea, so it's a bit of an unknown. To be safe, I would edit 2 different videos, one for YouTube and a slightly different feel for Facebook, which is surely a way to avoid that flag.
Number 3. Can you use stock footage and background music in your videos?
Honestly, this is unlikely to impact your video if you're keeping these short and sweet, but the reality is that no one apart from Facebook really know that.
Facebook are unlikely to be scanning every known music and video source on the planet, but if your stock footage compilation is excessive, then you could still fall foul here.
After all, plenty of others will be downloading the same stock footage from the same platforms more often than not. And it's the same for background music. I've actually heard 3 different YouTubers using the same background music in their blogs. Now, they won't care because they aren't on Facebook, but I imagine that Fuckbook won't want any repeat content anywhere on their platform. Stock footage should always be used sparingly. It is there to support a video and not to be the lead focus.
I actually think the music is less of a problem, but to be safe I recommend using Facebook's own sound library for peace of mind.
This way, you'll be unlikely to be called out on the music side of things at least, and it means you've got one less thing to worry about.
And number 4, where can I get video from to use in my own videos?
This is a painful topic and one that I get asked about a lot, all the time, everywhere. It's never ending. Ultimately, this is the wrong thinking to have from the outset. The days of ripping off someone else's content from somewhere and monetizing it, they're gone. You need to change your approach, and ultimately your thinking behind this. You're gonna have to put in more effort. Sorry.
If you aren't recording content yourself or really changing the purpose of why you'd watch an existing video, then you don't have something original and Facebook will catch you out. Eventually.
Yes, you could do it once ago, but please accept that those days are kind of over. Even YouTube don't allow channels to monetize when they realise that you're ripping off other videos, so it's probably not a great long-term money-making strategy.
Think about video purpose. Spin the reason for watching your video and then edit towards that instead. You're likely to have more success by doing this.
So please subscribe to the channel if you found any of this useful at all. Smash the thumbs up for me and help get this in front of as many people as possible. I'd love to know what you want to see more of, so leave me a comment down below and let me know. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.